That voice always creeps me out. But hello, happy Monday. Go ahead and drop your I ams. What are you claiming this month? Again, I apologize. I still have very little voice. So this is like me screaming to try and talk. So bear with me if my voice cracks or if I cough, I apologize, but I'm using all the voice I have for this Zoom. So I am so pumped because not only is it Monday, hello, my favorite day of the week, but it is also end of month. And not only is it end of month, y'all, how killer have these promos been? We had Black Friday promo that was extended through Saturday. So it was like Black Friday, Saturday. And then now we have the Cyber Monday 30% off. If you are not taking advantage of this 30% off, y'all, like, it is huge. Our volume this weekend, we've done over $100,000 in the last since Friday. So Friday to like middle of the day today. I haven't even checked overall volume like numbers since 3:00 today, but from Friday to 3:00 today, we've done over $100,000. Like, think about how insane and how much premium grade nutrition that is. And I'm going to tell you right now, it's 9:00 at night, and we're going to keep this short and sweet because it is end of month, right? Tomorrow's the last day. So I don't want to talk forever. Plus, I don't have a voice to talk forever. I am so proud of y'all. And I hope that you guys realize the promo that you have your hands on, this 30% off, y'all. Use this to create new customers, use this to create orders. So that way next month you're creating free product credits, because then next month you don't have to wait for a 30% off promo because you can run your own promos, right? So if you only work your business when there's a promo, and I always laugh and I tell Rob this because he knows, and I'm always like, it's so funny to me how how many people show up when there's a promo, and how many people, let me make this PG for y'all over here. Sorry, didn't realize that my tatas were hanging out that much. I'm like, I always tell him, I'm like, why? I don't get it. Like, y'all can work this business every single day of the month, every single day of the week. But the company launches a free shipping or a buy two, get one, or a 30% off. And people come out of the woodworks. People instantly start working their business. They start doing X, Y, and Z. Well, y'all, it's the 29th of the month. Can you imagine if you had this same fire that you did today with this 30% off promo, or the same fire that you did for the Black Friday promo, if you had this on like the 5th of the month? So many of y'all would have crushed even more goals than you are. And speaking of crushing goals, I am bringing on Alexis. Y'all loved her energy. And I figured, since I have such low energy today, and this is literally like, if y'all were to understand how much effort I'm putting into talk right now, I feel like I'm literally screaming at you guys. So I apologize if I'm talking like high or anything. I'm just trying to get words out with this no voice. But I figured, since I have no voice, I'm going to bring on the girl who has the loudest voice on the team and the highest energy that I've ever met. And so I am so excited. But I wanted to talk about this promo because I wanted to talk about goals and how and why I wanted Alexis to do this with me, and why I asked her to do this with me. And I texted her today and I was like, hey, you want to do the end of month Zoom with me? And she was like, sure. So I don't really know all that she's going over, because y'all know that we don't do scripts, we don't do planning, we just talk from the heart. But one thing that I did say to her is, when she started with me 4 months ago, she was scared shitless. She started over from zero. She had to relearn how to do everything. And I hear all the time, people are like, I've never done network marketing. Everyone else who's done network marketing is so lucky. But I want to put into your head real quick that people who have done other companies have to unlearn other companies. Okay. So before you say, oh, I've never done network marketing before, so somebody else who has done network marketing, they're going to succeed more than me because I've never done it. They have to unlearn. So you guys are at the same level, like playing ground, right? Same level. You guys have to learn. Get yourself out of that comparison trap from the start. I get messages daily from people that are in comparison traps. And I get messages daily from people who don't understand or don't know why somebody would want to join them. And I'm like, first of all, don't come into my inbox talking shit about yourself, because I don't play that. Like we're not doing that here. And second, y'all, everybody has to start somewhere. Everybody has to start somewhere. But if you're already starting and telling yourself that you're unqualified, it's going to take you a lot, y'all, to get started. Like you're just not going to get started because you already decided that you're unqualified. And this is something that I struggled with Alexis with, because she had to unlearn her previous company. She had to unlearn all of that. And she struggled, y'all. She has the highest energy and the highest vibe. But when she would talk to me about herself, I was like, ew. Like if someone came up to you and talked to you the way you're talking to me about you, like I know you wake up and choose violence, like you would punch them. And she's laughing because she knows it's true. Like you would punch them. So why are you choosing to speak that way about yourself? And I need all of you guys to realize that no matter where you are in your business, if you come from a different company, if this is your first company, if you've been here for 4 years, or you've been here for 4 hours, how you speak about yourself in this business is going to be how other people view you. How you view yourself and how you speak to yourself is the confidence you're putting out on social media. And that was something, I'm not going to go into Alexis's story. I'll let her go into what she wants to talk about. But that is something that I asked her. I said, what was that flip of your script? Because she earned her 4K bonus. She earned her VIPs. Last month, she we're talking like the last 30 minutes of the month was texting me like, I just re-ranked 4K, right? And she's already close to 25K for this month. Like y'all, she went last month from barely maintaining 4K, like within the last 30 minutes of the month, to right now I'm claiming 30K for this month for her. So, but you have to realize that how you speak to yourself and how you view yourself and the energy that you put in from yourself and how much you unlearn, but not only unlearn, but you believe in yourself and you just share and you just genuinely lead with the products, how that's going to grow your business for you. Stop looking left, stop looking right. It does not matter. Age doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. How long you've been here doesn't matter. What pack you started with doesn't matter. Nothing matters except for what you do today, what you do right now to build your business. We have 2-3 hours left of this 30% off promo. And when we get off of this Zoom, I want you guys to ask yourself, what are you going to do with the last 2 to 3 hours that you have left of this promo? Are you going to say, you know what? Nobody wants to order from me. Or are you going to go face to face in your stories? Are you going to contact your potentials? Are you going to talk to your sample people? Are you going to talk to people, get your products out there? What are you going to do? Because I'm going to tell you right now, there is a lot of month left in this month. You might look at me weird if you're new here and be like, this was just crazy. There's literally a day. What does she mean? There's a lot of month. There's a lot of month left in this month. Y'all will hear me say that tomorrow if you're in Limitless and this is your first month with me. There is a lot of month left in this month on the last day. But I want you to also see excuse me. I also want you guys to see how these promos this last weekend made you feel. And if they relit your fire, I need you to call yourself out on that and realize that on the 1st of December, keep that fire lit. See what happens when it's lit for 31 days instead of just 3. See what your business does. See what you do. See what your checks do. See the type of people that you impact. See what your team does. See all the things that happens when you stop looking left, stop looking right, stop looking at what the scale says, what your age is, what hair color you have, what filter you use, what pack you buy, what products. Like nobody cares at the end of the day. All they care about is what you're sharing. But if you're so wrapped up in the fact that you aren't sharing because something, comparison trap or a limiting belief is in your way, nothing is going to make you share. Nothing, because you're so wrapped up in what you aren't doing or what you aren't or who you aren't or what you don't look like or X, Y, and Z, right? That it doesn't matter what promo the company launches at the end of the day if you aren't showing up. So I want you guys to know that it's not about, it's amazing that since Friday, I should honestly look at how much we've done in sales, but over $100,000 this weekend we've brought in on my downline. And y'all, that's something that can happen all the time. but it's just you believing in you. If you had a spike in your volume or you had customers ordering today and you're like, oh my gosh, I had my first customer order. Oh my gosh, I had my first potential reach out to me. Like, y'all, ask yourself why. What were you doing different? What passion was behind that? So, Alexis, I'm going to unmute you, or you unmute yourself. And
can you hear me?
Girl, yep, go for it.
All right, hello, my queens. Happy Monday. It is end of month and I'm lit. So you guys better be ready. I wanted to start off. So like Lynn said, she messaged me and she was like, so I want you to talk about how you went from 4K to like almost 25K now in a single month. Because when I tell you I was struggling to maintain 4K last month, it was a struggle. So I'm going to start off with an analogy and I want you guys to like really sit and think about it. So if you hear over the radio that there is $1 million down the street from your house, sitting just a pile of cash of $1 million, and anybody can go and get it. It's free money, free to you. You've got to go and get it. Are you going to walk down that street or are you going to run down that street? Like you see, you know, there's $1 million there. Are you going to go walk or are you going to run? What are you going to do? If someone makes it to that $1 million before you, run. You're going to haul ass, right? Like I'm booking it. I'm getting in my car and I'm going zoom. Just like that. Okay. If someone makes it to that $1 million before you and they're the one that gets to claim it, are you going to say that they were prettier than you? They were more deserving than you? They had more people cheering them on than you, that they were smarter, all of those things. Are you going to say that when they win? Are you going to say, damn, I should have ran faster? Like, which one are you going to say? Because I know me personally, I'm not going to say, oh yeah, they were prettier than me. They had more people that liked them and that were cheering them on. So it's fine. I don't need $1 million. Heck freaking no, you should have ran faster. And my mentality switched when I finally got it in my head. It's possible to make $1 million. There are people in this company that have the millionaire club. Why am I not running towards that? Why am I not sprinting towards that? Instead of sitting there walking and just like, okay, yeah, I'll go. Maybe one day I'll get there. Hopefully I make it in time. Let's see if I can do this. Put on my power walking shoes. No, you don't do that. You throw on your running shoes and you go. If it's capable, it's possible. If it's there for you, why are you not going for it? Why are you not giving it your all? And why are you caring what other people think in the process? Because I don't care if my neighbors see me running, sprinting across the street. I don't care if I'm doing it completely butt naked. If it's getting me $1 million, it's getting me $1 million. And I'm not going to complain. I've told Lindsay from day one, she's heard this phrase from me multiple times. Lindsay, if you tell me to run around my block completely butt naked 10 times and telling me that's going to make me successful, then okay, I'll do it. I've said it. She's nodding her head because she knows I will do it, whatever it takes to make me successful. But this month was a switch for me because I realized what was capable and possible. In order to do that, like Lynn's mentioned earlier, I had to forget about where I came from. Where I came from in my previous company was very much, they molded you into that type of person, a particular person that necessarily was not me. It took away from who I genuinely was as a person. You guys see me now as like this happy, bubbly, like crazy, wacky person. I was not that person literally 4 months ago. I was in this mold. I was stuck in this trap, it felt like. And this past month, I broke free of that. I was like, I'm going to be myself because guess what? If you don't like me, that's fine because I can rest my head at night and know that I like me. And that's the only thing that matters, is that I like me and I'm happy with me. And if you think I'm wild, you think I'm too crazy, you think I'm too loud, there's an unfollow button. You're not the customer for me. You're not the person I want on my team, because if you can't handle me at my best, then you probably can't handle me at my worst. And I'm in here for the long haul. So if you can't hang, goodbye, I'll see you later. Have a great day. That's where my mentality switched. And that's where I think a lot of people's mentality needs to switch, is you have to decide who you are as a person. Because if you just completely copy exactly what Lynn's does, exactly what I do, or exactly what anybody in Thrive that you think is doing great, copy what they do, then who are you? Where is your mold? Where do you stand? Who are you as a person? Because that's what's going to make me want to order things from you. I can tell you right now, I've got so many other network marketers that are on my Instagram feed But what's going to make me want to buy from somebody is somebody that I relate to, somebody that I like, somebody that's true and authentic to yourself. Like, I'm not going to want to have somebody that's just a billboard for their company, because that's not who they really are. And that was kind of what I had to get out of, is being more myself. And I did it. And look, it paid off. So you've heard it from Lynn's. It's all about mindset. It's all about who you are. And you're probably like rolling your eyes like, oh yeah, this is like the million Zoom on mindset that we've heard. No, like, I'm here to tell you, like, it's real. Change your mindset. If you have a bad attitude about yourself, well, then you need to go do some self-development, read a book. Here's a recommendation. I'm almost done with this one. Read a book. Okay. Lynn's recommended this one to me. Read a freaking book. Listen to a podcast, do something to better yourself. Because if you think that you're in a rut and you're stuck, it's because you're stuck in your own mental space and you're not stuck in your business. You're stuck in your own mental space and you're holding yourself back. Just like I was mentioning with the running, just like if you're going to be walking, you're stuck in that mindset that you can only walk. What would happen if you just tried to go a little bit faster? Are you going to die? Are you going to die? Are you going to have a panic attack? Probably not. Probably not. If you don't try to run, you're never going to know what's possible. A lot of people look at me. This is another point I want to touch on. They're like, oh, well, you know, like, she's fun and she's outgoing and she's all of it. No. Okay. If you would have known who Alexis was 6 years ago, Alexis lived in the middle of the hood. Like, I'm not afraid to say it. I literally did. My house was on a slant. This is a true story. We tested it by putting a ball in one end of the house and it rolled on the other. There were anonymous stains in the carpet. Every tile was completely cracked. Anonymous stains, like they really were. Like, we had no idea what was on them. It was like that when we got it, but it was all that we could afford. I was broke and I was tired of being that way. I was tired of living that way. It wasn't the life that I wanted. I knew it wasn't the life that I was destined to. And with my previous company, I lost my whole reason on why I started to do this business. And it was so that I never ended up in that situation again. I never wanted to be in that place again. I never wanted to live in a bad area and feel like my kids and myself were unsafe being in the home alone without my husband. I didn't want that. So if you look at me and you think, oh, like, she owns a house and she has a car and she's got all these things. I was the girl that drove a broken down car in a broken down home at 1.2. But my difference is I changed my mindset and what I wanted and what I could be accomplishing. That was the difference between 7 years ago Alexis and the Alexis that you see now. So whether your situation is you're living in the rundown home like I was 7 years ago, or your situation is like mine now and you're living in a nice house and you're safe and you're good, you don't ever want to go in the place that you once were or in a place that you never want to go and never have been before. So fight for yourself. If you're not going to fight for anything else, you have to fight for yourself and what you're wanting out of life. And you have to have a real conversation with yourself. What do I really want out of this? What is my end goal? What is my life going to look like if I just tried a little bit harder? And if you do that, it involves scheduling. You have to treat this like a business. If you treat this like a hobby, it's going to pay you like a hobby. If you treat this like a business, it's going to pay you like a business. I'm sure you guys have heard that phrase before. I changed this month by treating this like a tried and true business. I planned my weeks. You've heard that a million times before, I'm sure. Plan your freaking weeks. We all have issues that go on during our week. Your kid gets sick. You have soccer practice for your kid to go to. One's got to be picked up early. One's has to go in late because they have another doctor's appointment because they know there's a million of those. You have to do this. You have to do that. You have so many things that go on throughout your day. So you get lost and then you find yourself at 2 o'clock in the afternoon throwing up 15 stories because you haven't posted a single thing throughout the day. But if you take an hour on a day that's kind of chill and relaxed, for me personally, that's a Sunday. That's my chill, relaxed day. And I plan what reel I'm going to post that day. And first of all, if you're not posting a reel a day, you're not doing everything that you possibly can. And if your excuse is that you don't know how to do one, Limitless page has an entire 2 videos, actually, not just 1, 2 videos on how to create reels. So you're not doing everything you can for your business. If you're not doing a reel a day, thank you. Have a great day. So what reel that I am posting, what Facebook post I am making that day is all planned out for you on a Sunday. What's going to be in my stories? Literally, what opportunity story, and not just like, oh, I want to make this one. That would be cute. No, sit and make it. Sit and make your post, have it ready to go. And the beautiful thing that I like to do is I make an album. And that separate album says Monday's post, Tuesday's post, Wednesday's post, Thursday's, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then when I finish making those posts for that day, I delete them and I leave that album open. And then on Sunday, I know, oh, I need to make my ones for Monday. Oh, I need to make my ones for Tuesday. You create your post for every single day, your pictures, your reels, your captions, all of it all together for you in one. You don't have to use the album setting if you want to just use your notes in the phone, whatever way you want to do it. That way it's click, 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 boom, 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 it's done. And then when life gets thrown at you, you're not frazzled. You're not freaking out like, oh, I didn't do anything today. Well, I guess I'll just do something tomorrow. No, get your work done ahead of time. Plan for your week. Treat this like a business so it pays you like a business. Okay. There's the Lex. I know Lynn's does Lynn's love. I guess I do like Lex Luthor love because it's somewhat evil at times and it comes across a little harsh, but it is who it is. It's me. You should know. So plan your weeks. Have your mindset straight. Get yourself together. Figure out what you want in this business. If you just want to thrive for free, great, fine, fantastic. I love it. That's not my road, not my path. I will be a 200K by July 2022. I know that. That's my goal. I made a decision board and I want to show you guys. I have a decision board right there. Ignore my guinea pigs. I call it a decision board. It's not a vision board. Let's get that straight. A vision is cute. A decision is something I've already made up in my mind that is done. It is finished in my mind. It will be completed. There is no questions, qualms, or anything about it. On that board, I redid it when I switched companies and I put that it would be a VIP 800 and the 1600. Well, I did that. I put 4K on there. Well, I did that. I put 12K on there. Well, I did that. I put 20K on there. Well, I did that. What's next? And the only thing left on that board that I have not accomplished is building my pool, which I didn't know it takes 6 to 8 months to get your pool installed. So that was my bad. That was my bad. Like I'm letting you know it is on there, but I didn't know it takes 6 to 8 months. And 40K is on there. And what's my goal for next month? 40K. And if I can more than double what my team sales were in a month, because more than doubled, remember I was struggling to hit 4K and we're at 20 something thousand right now. I don't even know because I don't check my tracker all the time. I don't. I'm sorry. It stresses me out too much, so I don't look at it. If I can do that, why can't I go from 20 to 40? Why can't I? It's on my decision board. It's already done in my mind. It's just a matter of the only difference of me being able to cross that off my board and not hitting it is me putting in the work. So what do I have to do? I have to make sure that I sit here every day and put in the work. I've dedicated an hour of my day every single day to do my IPAs, to get my life organized, to go in my back office, make sure I'm touching base with my customers, make sure I'm touching base with all of my promoters. That's how you treat this like a business. Plan, have your mindset, do your self-development. If you can walk towards your $1 million and that's your path and you just want to walk, why? When you know it's possible, why are you going to keep walking? Run towards it. Decide what you want. And if you don't know what you want, then you need to do some self-development. That's it. That's all I got.
I love how y'all, whenever you talk, you're like, that's it. That's all I got. I'm like, oh, and back to you. Got it. But
back to you, Lynn.
But for real. So Alexis, you went from one, I love all of that because if you guys don't know, she's local to me and she came over, what was it, like last week? I don't know. You were over a couple days last week, I think. A couple times. But she came over on a Monday and we sat down and I was like, what the fuck are you doing? I was like, I love you, but what are you doing? And she was like, what do you mean? I was like, your IPAs stress me out. I'm going to touch on this because you didn't. So I was like, your IPAs stress me out. And I literally created the IPAs and yours stress me out. So we need to work on this. So something that I want you to kind of touch on is what switched your mind from, y'all, when I tell you she was spending like up until like 3 a.m. doing IPAs over.
We weren't going to bring that up.
Yeah. I always bring up everything y'all don't want me to, over and over and over and over. And and she would message me and she would send me, and how many of y'all can relate to this, have ever messaged your upline and say, what more can I do? Like, what more can I be doing? Because I'm doing everything. I'm literally doing all the IPAs. What more can I do? How many of y'all, and I'm seeing all of the heads go, but it's not honestly what more you can do, but how you do it. And that was the thing with Alexis, is she was doing like rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds and rounds of IPAs, like more than I've probably done in my 4 years in this business. And she's been here for 4 months. She did more in her first 2 months in this business than I've done in 4 years of my business. But the difference is she was being a robot about it. She was interacting with everybody. She was adding everybody. She was throwing up the generic product stories, throwing up the generic op stories. She was Thrive. Like if you looked, she was the pride and like true thriver. Like
I might as well have been the Thrive Instagram page.
Yes. And if you looked at her stories, you literally, it was Thrive. So when she sat on the couch and we were sitting there and she was like, I don't know what's going on, but I need 12K this month. I need it. And I was like, okay, well, I'm going to, and I had told her this before. And I had said, well, you have to stop doing all those IPAs. And she looked at me and she's like, that face right there that she just made. She was like, how am I supposed to grow a business if I'm not doing IPAs? And I said, I didn't say stop doing IPAs. I said, you have to stop doing all of those IPAs. Y'all, I do a round in the morning, that entire list. And then throughout my day, I pick one. And I'm not saying I pick one and I'm glued to it like this. I pick one and I do like intervals, like random 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes here or there. And then I'm in my stories and I'm present and I'm me and I'm sharing. And her issue was there was no more her. It was Thrive. And all of her IPAs were Thrive. All of her reels was cold messaging. Like, don't cold message anymore. I don't cold message anymore. I earned a bonus, this, that. And it wasn't her anymore. She lost her. And that was what I was talking about. If some people need to unlearn previous companies, her previous company wanted her to be them, not her. Well, here, y'all, I'm going to tell you, I want you to be you. That is literally how you were going to succeed. That day, she was like, okay, tell me what to do. We drafted like 6, 7 reels. And she was like, what do I put on this? And I literally told her what to put on her reels. She left my house that day after being there a couple hours. She went in her stories and she talked face to face, exactly what I told her to talk about. She made content exactly her. We pulled from her. And that week she enrolled 5 promoters. So I want you to kind of share, because before that you hadn't enrolled promoters. That was like your first reel. And that was your thing, is you were like, I need promoters. How do I get promoters? And I said, you need to stop doing so many IPAs. So I want you to share what that flip of your script in your mind was, because you're a workaholic. And I'm sure a lot of people on here can kind of relate to that. They feel like if they're not doing something, they're not working. And that was kind of what you said to me. You were like, if I'm not doing something, I'm not working. So I want you to kind of share with what changed in you, that you realized that if you, the less is sometimes more. And that intention and being intentional with it is sometimes better than doing 30,000 of them.
Yeah. It's the quality of your IPAs and not the quantity of your IPAs. And that was another thing I had to learn. I learned a lot this month. It's the quality, not the quantity. So if you're in your stories, like one of the first things that I wake up when I'm doing my IPAs, I go through Instagram stories, right? We all know the deal. Like you scroll to the back, you go through and you interact with people, right? But when you're not being genuine and you find yourself that you're just going, voop, I have nothing to comment on that. Voop, I have nothing to comment on that. Why are you not just unfollowing? If you can't relate to that person, then you go to their page and don't align with what your beliefs are, and they're some type of crazy person that is not anywhere going to be able to build a conversation with you. Why are you still following them? Because another thing that went up when I started having quality and doing quality IPAs versus quantity is my Instagram stories more than tripled, because I had quality conversations with people. Like, for instance, there was one person, she posted a picture of a Raiders shirt. If you don't know me, my husband are huge Raiders fans. If you want to knock me, go right ahead. I'm still going to have my Raiders Christmas tree and I'm not going to care. Okay. She had a Raiders shirt on and it was game day. So I was like, go Raiders. And she's like, oh, shut up. You're a Raiders fan. I said, girl, you want to see my Christmas tree? Sent her a picture of my Christmas tree when it was decorated from last year. Because this was like a month ago. I didn't decorate that early. We built a real conversation and a love for our same team because we had something in common. then she didn't know I had that in common. Because if you look at my page, you don't see like, oh, she loves the Raiders. You don't see that. But by building a relationship with her and having a conversation, she ended up speaking to me. She's like, hey, what's that stuff you're always posting about? It's like, oh, it's Thrive. It does this, and this. Oh, can I order some? Yeah, sure. Boom. Ordered like $400 worth of product. Okay. When you build an authentic relationship with somebody, they're going to trust you more. When you're having quality conversations with quality people, and quality to you may be different than quality to me. Somebody that I relate to is not the same person you're going to relate to. So find the people you relate to, have those conversations. If you see something and you like it, speak about it. But if somebody doesn't relate to you, say, bye, sorry, you're not my cup of tea. There's nothing wrong with somebody not being your cup of tea. So I only do now 1 hour of IPAs, and that is it. I set my timer. I personally need a timer. I know it stresses some people out. I need a timer to keep myself on track because I have squirrel brain really, really bad, in case you can't tell. So I do my IPAs for just an hour. That is all I do. And then after that, my phone literally goes away. I spend time with my kids because now I'm a stay-at-home mom. Thank you, Thrive. I no longer have to work my 9 to 6. So I get to spend time with my kids. My IPAs are gone. Post in my stories. I get to be real and authentic in who I am and myself. My loud and proud and craziness gets to shine through. And you may not be loud and proud and craziness. You may love fashion and you want to post about your fashion. You may love going hiking and you want to post about your hiking. Do that. Because people that love hiking are going to be able to relate to you. People that also love clothes and fashion are going to be able to relate to you. But if you're literally a billboard to Thrive, the only people that are going to be able to relate to you are local Thrivers. Well, not just local, but Thrivers in general. You know what I'm saying? So be relatable and
no, go ahead.
I was going to say, just be relatable and have more quality of who you are. If you view yourself as a quality person, then you need to show quality in your feed, in your social media.
Yeah. And something that I love that you did, and I've talked about this on other Zooms, and I will continue to talk about it until, I don't know, maybe somebody admits that it's like a good idea. I don't know, but I'm just going to continue to talk about it. Y'all, Rochelle does this, Casey does this, Alexis did this, Christina does this. Y'all, so many of my leaders that are personally enrolled to me, they're successful. Yes, but they know when they're doing too much. They're learning when they're doing too much. Because if you catch yourself as like you're succeeding, and or maybe you are literally telling yourself that you're doing it all and you're saying, what more can I do? I'm doing it all. Well, chances are, one, you're not doing it all. You're just overwhelming yourself to make you feel like you are. And if you take a step back and you really just simplify what you're doing, you're going to realize what you can be doing differently. And then another thing is, find a leader that you want your business one day to be where theirs is, and then duplicate what they're doing in their stories. And what I mean by, I don't mean copy, I mean duplicate. So if you see them posting an opportunity story, post an opportunity story. If you see them going face to face, go face to face. If you see them talking about the VIP bonus, talk about the VIP bonus. If you see them talking about a promo, talk about a promo. If you see them showing their life, show your life. Get into the habit of forming these routines in your stories, because that's going to be the way that people truly, truly get to know you on a different level. Because it's really, like, you have to think about it. It's one of those things where stories go away after 24 hours. So they're not perfect. They're messy. They're real. My child threw a tantrum in my stories the other day. And I got so many interactions because moms were like, same. I was like, yeah, my child's Satan right now. I don't know why he's waking up this way, but every day I don't know where my kid went because he's awful. We still love him. Don't worry. He's staying, but he is awful right now and he's throwing tantrums. And terrible twos are in full swing in the Coggin household. And I'm sharing about that and I'm talking about it, but I'm still talking about Thrive. I'm still talking about my business. I'm still talking about the opportunity. I'm still talking about our products. It's the fact of being you and Thrive. It's the fact of being you with Thrive. It's the fact of not just thrive, or you, where someone's like, oh, she doesn't represent a product, but it's a fact of it meshing together to be the same thing. Whenever I enroll a customer, I put a picture of what I'm doing at that time with the email. Why? Because it shows me watching Paw Patrols and enrolling a customer. It shows me running errands and enrolling a customer. It shows my kid riding his don't ask me, but his scooter in our house and me enrolling a customer. Like it shows these things that are real life mom stuff or real life me that people can relate to. Maybe you're not a mom and you're like, well, how do I, well, y'all, your people aren't moms then. Post what you're doing. Don't go find a kid at a park and take a picture. That's just weird. But you know what I mean? Like find your people, do your thing and what you need to do, but stop telling yourself that you're doing it all, because that is where you're creating a limiting belief within your mind. And I told Alexis this because she told me, she's like, I'm doing it all and I can't enroll a promoter to save my life. And I was like, okay, well, okay. And she's like, Lindsay, if you tell me, and she has told me this so many freaking times, if you tell me to run around my neighborhood butt ass naked, I'm going to run around my neighborhood butt ass naked. And I was like, for what? She's like, because I'm going to find all the thrivers. And if it means that they're going to join me and I'm going to be successful, then I'm going to do it. And I'm like, okay, that's a little extreme. And she's like, but what more can I do? Like, I'm here to do it. Tell me what I can do. And I hear this all the time. People are like, let's game plan. I want a game plan. Let's game plan. Or what more can I do? Tell me what I can do. Let's organize this or let's organize that. Or, hey, I need to talk to you. Or hey, I need to do this. And reality of it is you don't need to game plan. Y'all, what is a game plan? What is a game plan? Tell me, please, because 4 years into this and I've never made a game plan for my business. Everybody's like, let's game plan. Like, I need help. Like, let's talk. And I'm like, less talk, more doing. A game plan is not going to get you to success, because I don't know if there's any moms here. You probably had a birth plan, and how many of y'all did it work? Or how many of y'all was it actually fully brought through? Because mine wasn't. It got thrown out the window before we even left the house. Like, let's be real. So you have to remember that this is life. This is life. Your business is also life. If you're continuing to sit here and say, I need a game plan, or what more can I do, or X, Y, and Z, y'all, it's not what more you can do, but it's the quality that you're doing it. And my voice is literally like its final thing. So I want to drop this promo for y'all. In my downline, y'all, we are going to go back to doing a reel a day, and TikTok. If you are down to adventure to the TikTok world, I want you guys to also do a TikTok, like at least I would love to do it one a day, but TikTok's a little interesting and I really don't know how it works fully. So at least 3 TikToks a week, but 1 reel a day. 1 reel a day, because Facebook now has reels. You can literally save your reel from Instagram and upload it onto Facebook. 3 of my reels on Facebook went viral and my Facebook has been popping now. So let me tell y'all, if you are not doing, TikTok is so easy to grow on. Perfect. Matt can do a whole TikTok Zoom. I just signed him up. You volunteer as tribute. Perfect. You and Lewis. So we're going to have that. I'll let you know when it is, but for real, that is our challenge for December. Commit to a reel a day, put your reel from Instagram on your Facebook, and try to do 3 TikToks a week. If you're really good at TikTok and you know how to work it and it works for you and you love it, then shoot for a TikTok a day. Whatever you do on Instagram, do over there. But I want you guys to start that tomorrow. Start batching and planning for tomorrow, because we are going to do 31 days of videos in some sort of way to spark and ignite your algorithm, because people are on their phones. People are on social media right now. Holidays is a time where this is like busy season, y'all. A lot of times people are like, oh, the holidays, people are too busy. Y'all, I started my business in December. What if you enroll in me? Like, shit, I want to enroll in me. Like, what if you guys enroll in me? Go find a lens. You know what I mean? Like, do not say it's busy, it's the holidays, that you can't do it. Rochelle enrolled December 1st. I enrolled December 10th. Who else is a December enrollee here? Like, really, really think about it. How many people are you counting yourself out from by saying it's the holiday season? The more you put into your business during the holiday season, the more it's going to pay you out during 2022. Alexis, did you have anything else that you wanted to add? Or are you good? She's thinking. I think she's good. Okay. I think I'm good. All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for hopping on. And if this doesn't show you that you can double it, honestly, what did you like 4 times your business in the last month? I don't really know. Math is hard. Because last month 5 times. Yeah, there we go. Last month, in the last 30 minutes of the month, she was struggling to maintain her 4K. And this month she's over 25K. Y'all, this is not a comparison trap. This is not a you compare to her. This is just us showing you that if we can do it, you can do it. The only person in your way is you. Go end this month. There's a lot of months left. You have a killer promo at your fingertips. And then tomorrow is payday, and you guys can talk all about the opportunity, all about that. And if you have product credits left over tomorrow, run some personal promos. End the month strong. Don't call it quits. If you call it quits tonight, or you call it quits tomorrow and say, I'm going to start over on December 1st, you're starting over on December 1st. If you just don't stop running, no matter what your volume's at, or no matter what goals you hit or don't hit this month, you're not starting over on December 1st. Your mindset is still running. So you're still running. You're running towards your goals instead of running. Yes, $1 million is amazing. And I would think that a lot of people here would run towards $1 million. But if that is not your goal and it's just striving for free, y'all put your goal at that part and say, hey, this person's running towards it. Are they going to get it because they're prettier, because they have more followers, because they're smarter? Y'all, there's always going to be somebody that's more than something of you. But if you continue to always look at that, you're never looking at who you are and what you are. Y'all, you matter. Who you are and what you are is important. But if you continue to look at what everyone else is and what you aren't, that's all you're going to focus on. And I want to end this year. I want to end this month, and I want to start the new year remembering who you are. Going into that power role, be you and own it proudly, because 2022 is going to be epic, and we still have a whole nother month of 21. So I will talk to you guys later. Have a great rest of your Monday. Let's end this month strong, and we'll see you guys next month. Bye.